Hi there, friends. It looks like I was so involved in doing my dishes that I let it get past 3 o'clock. Here it is, 5 minutes after 3. I could be losing audience. I could be losing market share. Oh no! What if my ratings go down? Wouldn't that be terrible? So it seems like I am broadcasting. I'm checking on the old Facebook page here to see if I'm there. I see myself. Yay! No, this says number 10. Just now, it should say number 11. Yeah. I sure hope you all are amused by this, folks. I'm having a great time. There we go. Now it says number 11. I see 5 of you here. Hi, friends. Give me one more minute. I'm just checking all my stuff. I want to be sure that I'm really broadcasting in all the places that I'm supposed to be broadcasting, like on my YouTube page here, my channel. It looks like I am, and this one also says number 10, but it's number 11. So I'm just going to ignore it. However, the good news is that I should be able to see your comments, and that's the main reason I'm using the Facebook page right now, is that hopefully I'll be able to see your comments and know what you're saying. Yes, Sarah Sonano, Doug Wilcox, okay. Yes, I do have friends. So I'm going to get out the banjo now, finally. And start picking for all y'all. Are you ready? Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is April 26th, 2020. Welcome to BanjerDan's Shelter at Home Show, number 11. As always, I start by playing an Earl Scruggs tune. And as always, I start by saying, wow, banjos rock! Wow, banjos do rock, and that was some variations on Cripple Creek, and I see a bunch of people have written in. Hi, Doug. Hi, Julie Horner. Yes, getting your banjo fix. Neil, how you doing, Neil? Good to see you. Nick Pickens. Scott, hi, Scott. Oh, man. So, hi, Sarah Samano. Susan. So, I've got right here my notepad with the, whatever you call this thing, with that shows your comments so I can reply to you. If you make a request, I will see it here. If you have a song you want me to sing, I will sing it or play it for you. Otherwise, what I have here is my song list that contains about 300 songs. And I was thinking that unless I get requests, I might just start going through it alphabetically and just start playing every song I know, if that's what you want to hear. And one other thing, I should tell you, by the way, I can cough at you right here because I'm alone in my house for a month, and this is just a screen, so you can't get the COVID from watching me here, okay? But you can send me a little money if you care to, if you can afford it. I'll certainly appreciate it on Venmo. It's at Dan-Mazer-1. My people came from Poland, so I'm sure that my name is actually Mazur. But I've been writing it with laser for 60 years, and I don't think I can stop anytime soon. And then on PayPal, if you use PayPal, you can just use my standard email address, dan@banjerdan.net. And as I say every week, don't forget I'm not the only musician here who is lacking in funds. So I certainly appreciate every dime you send to me, but also save a little bit and send it to other musicians because we've all been hurting through this. Okay, so I got no other requests. And the first song on my alphabetical list is one by Shel Silverstein, made popular by Johnny Cash. And I see that Neil Franklin is watching from Outlaws. So this is for you, Neil, and for all my Outlaws friends. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for Ma and me. Just his old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I never blamed him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I get red. Some dude laugh and I'd bust his head. I can tell you, friends, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. And I roamed from town to hide my shame. And I made a vow to the moon and the stars. I searched the honky tonks and the bars and killed the man that gave me that awful name. I was in Atascadero in mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry, so I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. On an access road right next to the Speedway station, there at the table, playing a little bit of Hold'em, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mama had. I knew the scar on his cheek and I knew his evil eye. He was thin and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood run cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die, biatch." Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he came up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair across his teeth. We crashed through the door and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Let me tell you, friends, I fought tougher men. I really can't remember when. He bit like a mule and he kicked like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I got mine first. And he stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he better be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that's helped to make you strong. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you've got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me once before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the no-good son of a bitch that named you Sue." What could I do? I was enveloped in an existential crisis at that moment. What could I do? Well, I'll tell you what I did do. I got all choked up and I put down my gun and I called him a pawn. He called me a son and I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, you know, friends, I think I'm going to name him Bill or George or any damn name but Sue. There you have it, friends, a boy named Sue. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's see if any comments have come in. Uh-oh. Where are you, friends? I should know how to do this by now, right? But I don't. So I got it full screen now. Here we go. No? Yes? Well, now I got it full screen and I can't see your comments, and that's a little bit disturbing, isn't it? And I don't know what to do about that. How about this? Boom! Got it. Okay. Where are your comments now? Oh, friends. Oh, friends. Look, I'm working on it. I am working on it. I hope you're somewhat amused by this, by my consternation. by my aggravation. I hope you're getting a kick out of it. Because right now, this is driving me just a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. But as I pointed out earlier today, if I go crazy, it ain't much of a trip. All right. Oh, man. I got to be done with this because I need to perform for you people. But it frustrates me to no end not to be able to see what you're saying and if you're saying anything. And if I should react or if I should... Oh, there they are. Sharon. Okay, now I see some of you folks. Jamie, how you doing? Billy Loomis. Okay, now I see some of these new comments. And back to the dark side, I wish, brother. I don't think I know anything by the Incredible String Band. Good to see you, Doug Allen Wilcox. I'm on one of your records. Jamie, okay. Logan, how you doing, buddy? Okay, I don't see any... I see a lot of folks watching, thank you, but I don't see any requests coming in just yet. So back to my alphabetical list. I'm going to skip a day in the life because I need to work on it a little more. But here we go with A Picture from Life's Other Side. This is one that Hank Williams recorded, but it's an old song, one of those old sentimental values. Sentimental oldies is what I meant to say. Just a picture from life's other side. Someone has felled by the way. A life has gone out with the time that might have been happy someday. There's a poor old mother at home. She's watching and waiting alone, just longing to hear from a loved one so dear. It's just a picture from life's other side. Well, the first scene is that of a gambler who has lost all his money at play. He takes his dead mother's ring from his finger that she wore on her wedding day. It's his last earthly treasure, but he stakes it and bows his head that his shame he might hide. But when they lifted his head, the gambler was dead. It's just a picture from life's other side. The next scene is that of two brothers whose paths in life different ways led. One was living in luxury, while the other one begged for his bread. One dark night they met on the highway. Your money or your life, the thief cried. Then he took with his knife his own brother's life. It's just a picture from life's other side. Just a picture from life's other side. Someone has fell by the way. A life has gone out with the tide that might have been happy someday. There's a poor old mother at home. She's watching and waiting alone, just longing to hear from a loved one so dear. Just a picture from life's other side. The last scene is down by the river. There's a heartbroken mother and babe. The harbor lights shine and they shimmer on an outcast that no one will save. Lord knows she was once a good woman. Oh, some mother's darling and cry. God help her if she leaps and there's no one to weep. It's just a picture from life's other side. It's a picture from life's other side. Someone has fell by the way. A life has gone out with the tide that might have been happy someday. There's a poor old mother at home. She's watching and waiting alone, just longing to hear from a loved one so dear. It's just a picture from life's other side. A picture from life's other side. I'm going to skip the next A song, which is A Pirate Looks at 40, because I recently realized that there's a verse that I've been leaving out of it, and so I want to learn that verse before I get back to it. So next time, which will be Wednesday, I promise that I will have I will have A Day in the Life and A Pirate Looks at 40 under my belt so that I can play them for you. That's my deal with you. Let's see, any new comments? Oh, thank you, Bruce. You like Luke the Drifter. Stephanie Spirit Wolf, good to see you, Shorty. Good to see you, Shorty. Logan, thank you. All the better for it, well, thank you. Karen, hi, Karen. Hey, Bacon, how you doing, darling? Why, thank you, Billy. All right. So, next will be, as I said, a Piraten will go, arr! I don't know if any of you were watching me during my San Diego days, but from about the years, I'd say 94, 95 through 2000, and then the summer of 2001, when I came back to San Diego, I was in a band called the Jackstraws. We were the Safari Bush Band at the world-famous San Diego Zoo, And we had a Christmas show and an Irish show for all the different holidays. And we were the pirates at SeaWorld of California. Arr! I auditioned for the Dolphin Show to be the guy playing guitar at the Dolphin Show, and I washed out of that. And just as well, it really was not the gig for me. Let's see if I can remember this one, though. Ahoy now, mates, and follow me. Heave away, heave ho. It's time to sail the seven seas. Heave away, heave ho. Let's go and steal a sturdy ship. Hullabaloo, and run my gum for a good long trip, and a pirate tin will go. Heave away, me bully boys, haul the topsail high. Ships will shake and quiver and quake as we go sailing by. With a pirate flag we fly, with a pirate flag we fly. Ahoy now, mates, a ship of gold. Heave away, heave ho, with rubies glistening in her hold. Heave away, heave ho, let's fire a shot across her bow. Hullabaloo below. Left, we've stopped her, and let's board her now, and a pirate tin will go. Heave away, me bully boys, haul the topsail high. Ships will shake and quiver and quake as we go sailing by. With a pirate flag we fly, with a pirate flag we fly. A fight breaks out with guns and knives. Heave away, heave ho. Come on now, mates, let's take their lives. Heave away, heave ho. But look, their captain's on his knees. Hullabaloo below. Oh, pirates, we surrender, please. And a pirate tin will go. Heave away, me bully boys, all the topsail high. Ships will shake and quiver and quake as we go sailing by. With a pirate flag we fly, with a pirate flag we fly. Ahoy now, mates, the job is done. Heave away, heave ho. The battle is over and we have won. Heave away, heave ho. So take the crew and hang the bunch. Hullabaloo below. And then my mom will make us lunch. And a pirate tin will go. Heave away, me bully boys, all the topsail high. Ships will shake and quiver and quake as we go sailing by. With a pirate flag we fly, with a pirate flag we fly. Oh, heave away, me bully boys, all the topsail high. Ships will shake and quiver and quake as we go sailing by. With a pirate flag we fly, with a pirate flag we fly. A pirate tin will go. A pirate tin will go. Yo ho! Arr, me hearties. Yes, indeed. A pirate tin will go. And friends, you know what a buccaneer is, right? There's a difference between a pirate and a buccaneer. That's right, friends. A buccaneer is too much to pay for corn. Arr, 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 arr. Especially corn like that joke. That's right, friends. You know what a pirate's letter is, don't you? It's not R. It's the sea, me lad. It's the sea. 'Tis true, 'tis true. And also, speaking of pirates, you know what lies on the bottom of the ocean, twitching uncontrollably? A nervous wreck. Har, 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 har. Oh, I got a million of them. Oh, my jokes all have a good hook to them, don't they? Arr. I think I'll just stump along with that one. Enough of that. Okay. So what's next on the list of alphabetical songs is Age by Jim Croce, which I usually do in the same key. Let me double check, make sure there aren't any other requests that I should play. Hello, La Decio. You heard Tom Petty do a version of one of my songs? Really? Oh, really? Tom Petty did Life's Other Side? That would be really cool. I would love to hear that. I really only know one. I only really know one Tom Petty. I know two Tom Petty songs. But here we go with age. And I am fussy enough about not playing songs in the same key twice in a row that even though I usually do this one in C, I'm going to do it in D just to be different. I've been inside out and roundabout and back and then. In so many places I can't remember where or when. My only boss was the clock on the wall, and my only friend never really was a friend at all. I traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my ideals in that long tunnel of time. I've been inside out and roundabout and back and then found myself right back where I started again. Once I had myself a million, now I've only got a dime. The difference don't seem quite so bad today. With a nickel or a million, I was searching all the time for something that I'd never lost or left behind. I've traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my ideals in that long tunnel of time. I've been inside out and roundabout and back and then found myself right back where I started again. Now I'm in my second circle and I'm heading for the top. Learned a lot of things along the way. I'll be careful while I'm climbing, cause it hurts a lot to drop. And when you're down, nobody gives a damn anyway. I've traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my ideals in that long tunnel of time. I've been inside out and roundabout and back and then found myself right back where I started again. I've been inside out and roundabout and back and then found myself right back where I started again. That's called Age by Jim Croce. I learned it from Mike Aldridge and Old Dog, so I guess it wasn't Phil Rosenthal singing it. It was one of the two brothers whose names are escaping me right now, but it was Phil Rosenthal and the two brothers, and I know I'm gonna get an angry email from one of them because I can't think of their names right now. And Mike Aldridge, the great bass player, dobro player. I was trying to remember who the bass player is on that record, and I can't. So anyway, Mike Aldridge, I learned it from him, and then Tony Rice did a version of it. And then finally, I actually did it with J.B. Beverly and the Wayward Drifters on the road for a couple of years. We used to do that song. The next tune on my list of alphabeticals is the Alabama Jubilee. I'm going to send this one out to the memory of Ed Dye and to all my friends from my Nashville days, the Sidemen, Ronnie McCurry, and Terry Eldridge. I sure miss Jimmy Campbell, and I miss Gene Wooten a whole bunch. A lot of dear friends from those days. Some of them have gone on. Bub, how you doing, brother? I hope you're out there. Robbie McCurry, all the sidemen. It was just such a treat to be able to go out and hear them every Tuesday at the Station Inn. I hope all the folks at the Station Inn are doing well, because I sure spent a lot of wonderful Tuesdays there and Sundays at the jam session. I wanted to mention one other thing before I forget. I did that pirate song. And speaking of pirate songs, my friends AJ Lee and Blue Summit have an incredible tune called Pirate Song on their Like I Used To record, the new one. AJ, I hope you're feeling better. Friends, if you want to hear what I consider to be the best band I've heard in 20 years or more, new band, check out AJ Lee and Blue Summit. I love them as a band. I love them as people. So, oh gosh, AJ and Jesse and Sully and Chad, you guys are the best. And Jan on the fiddle, you guys all rock it so hard. I love you guys. Come to Burning Man. Come on. All right. So back to Nashville in the memory of Ed Dye. Here we go. The Alabama Jubilee. Jones as he rattles and bones, old Parson Brown dancing round like a clown, and old Auntie Mabel past 83 shouting them full of pep. Watch your step, watch your step. One-legged Joe dances round on his toes, throws away his crutch and hollers, hey, let him go, singing hail, hail, the gang's all here for the Alabama Jubilee. Well, I just made up that ending, just as I made up most of that whole arrangement right there. Let's see if any other requests have come in before I consult my book again. Hi, Debbie. Debbie Annan is here. See, a lot of friends have showed up. Billy is still here. John Bullard, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. I would love to hear you play some banjo right now. Samuel, Angela, hi, everybody. Thank you, Angela. I am too awesome. I will take that. I think I'm just awesome enough. Everyone could use a slight awesomeness improvement, right? No one is completely and totally and 100% awesome, I like to think. Always room for improvement. Next on the list, All Along the Watchtower by Bob Dylan. And Allison Prochaska is here. Hello, Allison. Let me just double check this. It's all right. You missed the beginning. That's okay. Yes, Allison, I miss picking with you too. Sarah Samano, if you have a song to request, I will be really happy to play that for you. But meanwhile, I do this one in A minor, and the previous one was in C. Technically, they are the same key, but if you don't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone, okay? There was a time, I'll just tell you this, when I used to go see a lot of bluegrass festivals and concerts, and there were bands that would come up on stage and do like 3 or 4 songs in a row in the same key, usually the key of A. And they would come and they'd blast out 3 songs in the same key, and I would find that kind of a little dull, just for my taste. I really wanted to hear them go somewhere else. So my little personal thing is not to play 2 songs in the same key in a row if I can help it. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. Got too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessmen may drink my wine, all you friends locked up there, light up some herb, blow it in this direction. No one will level on the line, no one knows what any of it is worth. No reason to get excited, the thief he kindly spoke. There are many here among us who think that life is just a joke. But you and I have been through that, and this is not our fate. Leave the false talking to the money men and politicians now, for the hour is getting late. All along the watchtower, princes kept the view. Barefoot servants came and went, women and children too. Outside in the distance, a wild cat did growl. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl. Wow, banjos rock. Yes, I like that. And before I even consult my my laptop here to see what comments have come in or requests, I'm sure it's been about an hour or close to an hour. So I'm just going to remind you once again very quickly that my Venmo, for those of you who have disposable income and care to share it, I certainly appreciate it. There's my Venmo address, Dan-Mazer-1. And then on PayPal, you can use my email address, which is dan@BanjerDan.net. And note, as always, you can just send me an email at that address, and maybe I'll play something for you. Or just write you back and say hello. I give banjo lessons on Skype as well, by the way, friends. What do I see here? Let's see. Debbie Anna wants me to play Stuff. I will do that. Hi, Augie. How you doing, brother? Haven't seen you in a long time. And Shorty says he's never heard Watchtower on the banjo before, and that's why I do it. Okay, so I have a request to jump off the alphabetical list for a moment. One thing we might be confronted with as we are all at home with the COVID or trying to avoid the COVID, you might notice all the stuff that we have around the house. You might notice that you have more stuff than you need. And I think a lot of us do. Even I, living alone in this little RV, probably have things I could get rid of. Well, a lady that I used to be married to a long time ago named MJ Jalot wrote this song about what we call the American disease of stuffitis. We didn't come up with that, though. That was Dave Ramsey of Financial Freedom University. Credit where it's due. So here's the song that Mary wrote. Well, I got stuff all over the place, so much stuff. My home is a disgrace. I'd like my friends to come over and see my brand new toys, but not until I find a way to put away all this stuff. I am alone in a crowded room with all this. You know I might get buried alive soon. My gadgets and designer goods are piled from wall to wall. I guess I'd better buy some storage boxes at the mall. Or better yet, I'll see the bank about a house expansion. I really wish that I could qualify to buy a mansion. So I could fill it with stuff, purple shoes and teddy bears and rhinestone rings and imitation antique chairs and shelves so tall to hold it all for everyone to see. But hide that giant box of bills, they're all addressed to me for all this stuff. Yes, I could work until I'm dead, but give or take a decimal, I'll still be in the red. So put me on that treadmill, for what else can I do except to buy myself some treats when working hours are through. Or better yet, I'll see the bank about a house expansion. I really wish that I could qualify to buy a mansion. That's right, friends. We are talking about stuff. We're talking about the American disease. We're talking about having things that you don't need. Our favorite example used to be all the knickknacks that you keep on your mantelpiece, your mantle, and you probably never even look at them except that you take them down once every 2 weeks and dust them. But maybe your Auntie June brought that brand new perfume and gave it to you. And even though that brand new perfume is 15 years old and you've never even looked at it or used it, you don't get rid of it because it's your stuff. Books you haven't read in 10 years or more. Books you have on your shelf that you know you never will read. I do have stuff that I don't need, friends. I have LP records. I haven't had a working turntable in 20 years or so. But I'm not going to get rid of them. They're my stuff. So I want you to take about 8 bars as I play through them to think about stuff that you have in your life that you really don't need. You can either give it away or just throw it away. Think about that for a minute. I hope you thought about it, and I hope you realize that neither you or I are ever going to get rid of this stuff, even though we want to. You know why? You know why? You know why? Okay, I'll tell you. Because they're never enough. Call me strange, call me deranged, but I need my stuff! And also your spare change. You see, I have to pay the company to turn back on the lights so I can watch the new TV I bought the other night on a credit card. Or better yet, I'll see the bank about a house expansion. I really wish that I could qualify to buy a mansion. Stuff. There you have it, friends. Stuff by MJ Jalot. A woman with a fine sense of humor. I'm going to skip all of me because I don't really know it that well. That's one that I back other people up on. I do know all the good times are past and gone, though. Seems a lot of the songs I know are kind of downers, aren't they? Wish to the Lord I never did born. I think I'll do this one in D. Oh, excuse me, in F. I wish. Whoa, I'm in totally the wrong key. Wow, I wish. No wonder I'm in C instead of F. After that intro, oh well. I wish to the Lord I'd never been born or died when I was young. I'd never have seen your sparkling blue eyes, nor heard your lying tongue. All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are o'er. All the good times are past and gone. Little darling, don't you weep no more. Can't you hear that passenger train coming around the bend, taking away my own true love to never return again? All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are o'er. All the good times are past and gone. Little darling, don't you weep no more. Can't you hear that lonesome dove flying from pine to pine? He's mourning for his own true love, just like I mourn for mine. All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are o'er. darling, don't you weep no more. Come back, my own true love, and stay a while with me. If ever I've had a friend in this world, you've been a friend to me. All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are o'er. All the good times are past and gone. Little darling, don't you weep no more. Little darling, don't you weep no more. There's a song by the Carter family called All the Good Times Are Past and Gone. There's a really, I'm on low battery on this thing here. So watch this. You won't even see it, but I'm switching out my cord. I hope you like that view of my palm right there. I know it excited me. Once again, looking for your comments. And it takes me a moment to figure out how to do it. I don't know why I can't do it. Comments are on now. There we go. Cookie jars, thank you. Debbie Annan says, I just got glassware. Oh, good. Hi, Shorty. Okay. You are here, and so am I. So shall we continue? I think we shall. I've got about another 50 minutes to play. At first, I thought I was just going to keep doing these as long as I could stand it every week or, twice a week. But then I came to realize that 2 hours is quite enough. There are lots of other musicians out there vying for your time and attention after all. So let's continue down the list, shall we? Amelia Earhart. I'll send this one out to my friend Roger Simonoff, who's holed up at home in the Tascadero, being safe from the virus, and because he will tell you his advanced years, he doesn't want to risk it, and I don't blame him. I really don't. But he's a dear friend and a wonderful mandolin and banjo player, the world's authority on Lloyd Loar, and just a truly amazing Renaissance man of all kinds. So this is for Roger, and also for my friend Alison Prochaska, because she and I have jammed a lot with Roger. And if Eddie or Martha Adcock are watching, for you too, because of course I love the Country Gentleman more than just about anything else. Just a ship out on the ocean, a speck against the sky. Amelia Earhart flying out that day with her partner Captain Noonan on the 2nd of July. Her plane fell in the ocean far away. There's a beautiful, beautiful field far away in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. Half an hour later, an SOS was heard. The signal weak, but still the voice was brave. In the shark-infested waters, her plane went down that night. In the blue Pacific to a watery grave. There's a beautiful, beautiful field far away in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. You have heard my story of the awful tragedy. We prayed that she might come home safe again. Though in years to come, many others blazed a trail across the sea. We'll never forget Amelia and her plane. There's a beautiful, beautiful field far away in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. Amelia Earhart, friends. I suddenly realized that I can put the song list behind the phone here, and that way I can look at it without bending over and you looking at something you don't need to see. Next on the list is America the Beautiful, which I usually do as a medley with the Battle Hymn of the Republic, Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of green, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee. I lost my key. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriots' dream in liberating strife, who more themselves their country love, and freedom more than life. America, America. I will work on that arrangement, and next Wednesday, when I play again, I will have that one down, my patriotic medley, because I've forgotten it. And the first and the third verses of America the Beautiful mean a lot to me, so I will get next week on Wednesday when you see me. I will have a day in the life. I will have a Pirate Looks at 40, and I will have America the Beautiful into an arrangement that I like, okay? That's my promise to you for Wednesday. And now I'm going to continue on down my list because the next song is by the great John Prine, who we just lost to COVID-19. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man's just another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. That was a long time. Now no matter how I try, the years just roll by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. Angel from Montgomery by John Prine. I will check the comments list, see if any requests have come in. I've almost got this down now, friends. I'm getting there. Frank Watt, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. William Metters, Megan, good to see you. Allison, okay. Kyle. Oh, someone sent me a picture of a palm tree. Thanks, Allison. Wish I could be there too. All right, back to work, banjo player. I don't see any requests. Requests. Ooh, that was cool. Hit the chair. Looks like an earthquake, but it's not. 4:26. I got time for 4 or 5 or 6 more songs until it gets to 5 o'clock. I used my hand and not my filthy fingers to wipe my nose, to scratch my nose, I should say. Next song after Angel from Montgomery is Ashes of Love. Actually, before that, it's Arkansas Traveler. And this is a tune that, in a different banjo tuning, would probably be easier than it is in the standard G tuning. But that's what I do anyway. I play it in the standard G tuning. Except I take the 5th string capo here. See the little thing there? There it is. You can barely see it, but it's this little H&O railroad spike that acts as a capo for the 5th string. wink. There have been better, cleaner versions of Arkansas Traveler, but that was my version, unpracticed, unrehearsed, just kind of making it up as I go along. I promise you, though, if you hire me to perform Arkansas Traveler with your band, or to record it, I'll work it up and have a really, really good, solid version. And maybe next week I'll bring it back. But meanwhile, I appreciate your patience through that one. Okay, here we go. Ashes of Love. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the debt, now I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. The love light that gleamed in your eyes has gone out to my surprise. We said goodbye, my heart bled. I can't revive a love that's dead. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the dead, now I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. I trusted you, dear, our love would stand. Your every wish was my command. My heart tells me I must forget. I loved you then, I love you yet. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the dead, now I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. Ashes of love, cold as ice. You made the dead, now I'll pay the price. Our love is gone, there's no doubt. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. Ashes of love, the flame burned out. Ashes of Love, which I think is a Johnny and Jack song, but most of us bluegrassers learned it from Jim and Jesse McReynolds and the Virginia Boys. There we go. Now this one says low battery, so I had to change the thing. Comments are on. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Chris. Hello, Ziv. David Whitaker. Like, go busking. Time to... David, I don't remember what my busking song was, actually. If I had a particular song, I don't remember. I remember I used to do this one. I used to greet the trains in the morning at the Metro. I find out that if you're a busker in Washington, D.C., your best time is to greet the commuters is in the morning because they don't really want to go to work and they're happy for a little bit of bright music. And because if you're there in the afternoon, well, you could be some bum who slept until 3 o'clock and then went to the metro station. But if you're there at 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning like a working man, you get some respect. So this is a song I used to sing. I ain't gonna work tomorrow, and I ain't gonna work next day. Ain't gonna work tomorrow, for that might be a rainy day. Well, I'm riding in on the red line, and I'm running late to work. I ain't got time for a cup of coffee, for my boss ain't nothing but a jerk. And I ain't gonna work tomorrow, and I ain't gonna work next day. And I ain't gonna work tomorrow, for that might be a rainy day. Hang down your head in sorrow, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head in sorrow, as that evening train goes by. For I ain't gonna work tomorrow, and I ain't gonna work next day. Ain't gonna work tomorrow, for that might be a rainy day. I ain't gonna work tomorrow, for that might be a rainy day. I ain't gonna work tomorrow, folks, but I will work again next Wednesday when I present BanjerDan's Shelter at Home show number 11. Excuse me, this is number 11. That'll be number 12, even dozen. I've been pretty much stuck in my RV since March 15th. But I do have physical therapy, which is an essential service. And I do go to that because otherwise my left arm goes numb. And I don't want my left arm to go numb. I want my left arm to stay strong and flexible. And I have other back and shoulder problems that they work on. We have distance. And I've been out to shop a couple of times. But I've been mostly here alone. And it's really tough on a musician, I think you know, not to get to perform, and well, I get to perform, but not to have that instant feedback of smiling faces and applauding hands. So it really makes me feel good to be able to look at the live number and see that 12 or 15, sometimes as many as 30 people are watching me at a time. I appreciate that. I hope that you will subscribe to my Facebook page, Facebook/BanjerDan, BanjerDan, and of course my YouTube page. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, then Big Brother will know I'm here. Skynet will awaken to the fact that I'm here, and I can become monetized and sell my soul just like the rest of all the musicians out there. And I figure Michael Jackson's family doesn't need all that money. You can send a little to me, okay? Back to work, banjo player. It's probably getting near time, because I spend a lot of time talking. Yes, I do. 4:41, I got 20 minutes. I'm going to continue down the alphabetical list. And guess what? The next song I got is Ashokan Farewell but I don't play that one nearly as well, even as well as I play Arkansas Traveler. So let me get that one next week on Wednesday. That's another one to work on. In the meantime, the next one is actually, believe it or not, Ba Ba Black Sheep. So I'm going to do this as a medley for the children. In fact, I'm going to send this out to my old buddy, Toby Wan Kenobi. Well, friends, this song is three songs in one. So I'm going to play them in order of popularity. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? This last song I learned from those folks at public radio. This is actually a tax protest against the high rate of taxation on wool in 16th century England. It goes like this. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. One for the master, one for the dame, one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. One for the master, which is the king, one for the dame, which is the church, and one for the little boy who lives down the lane. That's the farmer who only gets to keep 1/3 of his wool that he works hard all year to produce, and somehow the church and the government end up with most of it. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that strange? You might gather what I think about. I don't mind the government so much, but I think you might gather what I think about the church in that song, which ain't much. I'll do one more, friends, and that'll be time for my 2 closing numbers that I always play. What's next on the alphabetical list? Banks of the Ohio. Here's a lovely song about a cold-blooded, premeditated murder. It's a traditional song, and unfortunately the theme is far too common. It's Banks of the Ohio. I asked my love to take a walk, just to walk a little way. And as we walked along, we talked all about our wedding day, and only say that you'll be mine, and our home will happy be, down beside where the waters flow, down on the banks of the Ohio. I took her by her lily white hand, I led her down that bank of sand, and there I threw her in to drown. I watched her as she floated down, and only say that you will be mine, and our home will happy be, down beside where the waters flow, down on the banks of the Ohio. I started home between 12 and 1, thinking of what I had done. I killed the only girl I loved, because she would not marry me, and only say that you will be mine, and in no other arms entwined, down beside where the waters flow, down by the banks of the Ohio. The very next morn, about 4:30, the sheriff's men knocked upon my door. They said, "Young man, it's time to go down to the banks of the Ohio, and only say that you will be mine, and our home will happy be. Down beside where the waters flow, down by the banks of the Ohio, and only say that you'll be mine, and our home will happy be. Down beside where the waters flow, down on the banks of the Ohio. Did I know when I started that song that I was going to modulate to E flat? I did not, but I just did it anyway. Folks, I'm running very close to out of time here because although I could play on and on and on and on and on, the fact is I try to keep it to about 2 hours because otherwise I will get tired of playing and singing and you will get tired of me. And this is something that I truly wish to avoid. I would like you to keep coming back, keep requesting songs. I hope you enjoy what I do. I hope that if you have disposable income that you might visit my Venmo page and throw a couple of dollars my way, or email me on PayPal and show me a little bit of love that way. And there are lots of other musicians out there, so support them too. Those of you who know me and know my shows are aware that I always close out with these last two numbers. I always start by saying, "Wow, banjos rock," and playing an Earl Scruggs tune. And I always close out with these last two. The first of the last two, the penultimate song, if you will, was written by Tim O'Brien, and it speaks right to my heart and right to my thoughts. So I hope it'll mean something to you as well. It's called Less and Less. I try to travel around with less and less. I've tried them all, and the simple way is the way that's best. I save a lot of time not having to choose what color shirt I wear or which pair of shoes. Don't need a guitar to sing my song. Wherever I land, I know I'll get along. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess, and now I try to travel around with less and less. I had a woman once, she was not my wife. I took a long detour on that road of life. I carried that weight, it nearly broke my back. I almost lost the ones I loved, getting back on track. I wasted lots of time and I still feel the pain. Made a vow, I won't go through that again. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess, and now I try to travel around with less and less. Coffee in the morning, little wine at night. A meal somewhere in the middle, I think I'll be alright. I've got my pride, I've got a smile to greet the day. I've got a friend or two to help me through when I lose my way. That's you. Thank you, friends. Don't need a guitar to sing my song. Wherever I land, I'll always get along. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. And now I try to travel around with less and less. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. And now it's time to travel around with less and less. Less and Less, Friends by Tim O'Brien. If you have not heard Tim O'Brien, I sure hope you will. He's truly awesome. I'm on the low battery here again. Sorry about the beautiful camera work there. But if you've been with me this long, hopefully you'll stick with me for a couple of more minutes. I'm just about done here, friends and neighbors. Truly appreciate your time and attention. Yes, indeed. So, my last song is the one that I always close out with. It's my original, a medley of my hit. It's The Longer You Live, a little bit of dark humor, a little bit of Buddhism, a little bit of fatalism, if you will, and a lot of rock and roll. So, wow, banjos rock! Woo! Now the longer you live, the more people you're gonna see die. And the longer you live, the more tears you're gonna cry. Well, the longer you live, the more you're gonna feel sorrow and pain. So you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Well, the longer you live, the more people gonna break your heart. And the longer you live, the more your body and your mind fall apart. Oh, yeah. Well, the longer you live, the more likely that you're gonna get hurt. And the longer you live, that's just the sooner you'll be under the dirt. That's why you better dance now. Well, the longer you live, the more you see how they rig the game. And the longer you live, you see it always turns out the same. Well, the longer you live, the more you're tempted to give up and give in. But you're better off deciding to fight until the bitter end. Cause the longer you live, the more babies you're gonna see born. That's right. And the longer you live, another sunrise and beautiful morn. Another night to gaze in wonder at the heavens above. And the longer you live, the more chances that you have to make love. Oh, yeah. Well, the longer you live, the more people you're gonna see die. Gonna see die. And the longer you live, tears you're gonna cry. But the longer you live, the more you're gonna feel heartache and pain. Heartache and pain. So you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Yeah, you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Yeah, you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Wow, BanjerDan's Rock! Thank you, friends. Good night. See you on Wednesday. Now I get to figure out how to stop this thing.